Phase-Smith Karax. I have been looking for you.
Artanis, praise the
Your
gods.
nerve cords. They must be removed.
It was done by the Dark Templar. I am free of the Kala's corruption. Are there others?
I have saved all that I could. Come, we must escape this world before time runs out.
Escape? How?
The Spear of Adun still rests beneath the ruins of Kor Shakal. Its generators are ancient, but a Phase-Smith of your ability will know how to bring them online.
The Spear of Adun. I am honored to have the opportunity. This is fortune we cannot ignore.
Indeed. Come, we must go at once.
Hyrok, we are en route to the Spear of Adun. As long as its generators still function, I should be able to bring them online. Once the spear is fully activated, we must flee from this fallen world.
Okay, well, I guess it's time to get started. Man, Phase-Smith sounds still like one of the best professions you could possibly have. I'm just throwing it out there. I really love it sounds like so much fun.
The Spear of Adun lies dormant beneath the heart of the Conclave. I had hoped to raise it, to secure our victory against the Zerg. But now, it is our last hope for survival.
Artanis, why do you flee from your salvation?
Selendis. She has fallen under Amon's control. Karax, we have to bring the Spear of Adun online.
The first power cell is activating, but the remaining 4 have been disabled by creep.
I see. We have no choice but to clear them. What of our defenses?
Unfortunately, they are without power. However, the Spear of Adun support systems can aid us. They will allow us to deploy pylons anywhere on the battlefield. We should deploy one here as soon as possible.
That we will definitely do. All right. Let's go ahead and get those cannons back online. Make sure we're constantly producing workers that we're going to need.
These photon cannons can defend our nexus point, Hyrok. They require only a pylon to function. You can warp in a pylon using the Spear of Adun. Press the Deploy Pylon button at the top of your command screen. Our cannons will now fire upon enemies within range. If they become damaged, the shield battery will restore their shielding.
These defenses will indeed be vital to our evacuation, but our first priority must be to clear the power cells of creep.
You know, that's pretty cool, the ability to deploy stuff from there. I think I might enjoy this mission. We'll just have to see what ends up happening. All right, there's our primary force. Not particularly big. Apparently Artanis is sitting back and not helping. I don't know why I expected any different, but whatever. Let's go ahead and start our weapon upgrades very quickly. Make sure we've got workers constantly being made. Go ahead and get started collecting some gas. We'll get started on the other gas before too long. And I guess we should be fairly free to go ahead and poke out and see what's going on. Alright, there's actually a lot of stuff back there, but we'll just cheat. Back up a bit to the cannons, right? We also have the shield battery here that'll restore shields if we need it. So as long as we're a little bit careful, hopefully we'll be alright. We should also be making zealots basically nonstop.
We can now transform our gateways into warp gates. This allows us to warp in warriors to any area with pylon power.
Come on, get out here. Chase me. There you go. That said, we should go ahead and actually do that before long. We'll finish making this guy and then transform into a warp gate fairly soon, I think. We should also go ahead and get a cybernetics core constructed. Along with that, I'm going to toss in another pylon over here, and later on we'll get a couple more cannons online. On top of that, I think it's time to get a couple more geysers out, and we'll just keep warping in all the stuff we can. I clicked G. Come on, give me the warp gate. There we go.
Zergling bioforms on approach to our nexus. We must rally our defenses.
Alright, we'll wait and see exactly what we need to do about that before too long. Let's see, can't afford to warp in a Stalker because we don't have a Cybernetics core yet. We'll just warp in a Zealot very quickly. Get another gateway down, thank you very much. Stay back, Zealot. No need for you guys to take super amounts of damage. There we go, that's a bit better. Keep going probes, keep going pylons before long. How are we looking on pylons? We're okay. Let's go ahead and do one more just so we don't forget anytime soon. Give me a Stalker. There we go. I really probably shouldn't be throwing away these units just yet. No really important need to do so. I do need to be careful about the shield battery, of course. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a couple cannons online, helpfully. Running a bit short on minerals. We'll move some people off gas for the time being. Go back to it later. Shouldn't be too big a deal. Make sure we keep having probes warping in. While we're worried about setting up these defenses. Almost let a pylon or a cannon get killed already. That's not good. One more cannon to help out. Then a shield battery, and I just want to wait, make sure I get this started, then we'll send this probe on back. Nope, that was a pylon. Battery would be B. Makes perfectly good sense. Too used to BE. Pylons are too important. How do you stop making them, you know? And we may just still need to sit back just a little bit. I tell you what we can do, perhaps, is move out with the Stalkers. Have them kind of just kite Zerglings back for now. Make sure we stay okay.
Detecting unpowered warp gates nearby. Constructing a pylon next to them would restore their power, giving us an advantage. The Spear of Adun's deploy pylon ability would be ideal for this. Of course, our probes can always warp in pylons as well.
Of course they can. Why wouldn't they be able to do that? Speaking of probes, let's go ahead and make sure they're all actually working on stuff. We'll go ahead and queue up everything we need. Go ahead and start on not an armor upgrade, a shield upgrade for now.
Now, we only need to construct a pylon to power it.
Of course, we can build warp gates too.
Online. We can begin warping in warriors from it immediately, Hierarch.
There we go. Plenty of Stalkers. Ready to go. We'll probably just warp those in until we honestly run out of gas. At this point, I don't see any good reason not to. Let's change our chrono boost. Actually, we should. We'll wait the 5 seconds. We want to be chrono boosting this forge at this point. I'm going to be lazy and queue stuff up just for my own sanity because it's a lot easier. There we go. Plenty of Stalkers ready to go now. A few Zealots to help out as well, just in case. I mean, they're pretty good against, well, Zealots for one thing. Not really sure how we fare against Dragoons. Dragoons are armored, mechanical. All of those have +1 upgrades. Lost a Stalker for no reason. There we go. Let's clear out this creep. Try and avoid having too much of a problem. Obviously, with warp gates, we can't queue stuff up, so I'm going to have to be a little bit more on the ball about that. I think what I'm going to do is just keep throwing down pylons as I move forward to make my life a little easier.
The second power cell is active. The spear's sensor array is reacting.
Good.
Not deny your destiny, Artemis. Your people have finally found true unity.
Sure.
Sensors online. Wait, what is this? Warp prisms approaching our nexus point.
Stalkers, eliminate those warp prisms.
Yeah, let's go get on that, I suppose. That sounds kind of important. As those are just going to be causing constant problems. Thankfully, we already had those cannons set up. We were a little bit patient in the early game, and that's definitely paying off now. And hopefully the shield battery plus cannons will be able to hold on well enough. We're not going to have a major problem. Ah, there's another one very well defended. That's okay. We can deal with these two first very easily, then move after that other. Cannon's holding fine. Unfortunately, our pylon isn't. We're going to have to go deal with that as well. May as well just start with it, I suppose. Definitely need a few more stalkers. We can also, of course, just warp in to help save the pylon. There we go. Probably just going to stick to stalkers again unless I see a real good reason to mix in zealots. Zealots are great with other things, but when stalkers are literally all you have to spend your gas on, feels like you may as well most of the time. Alright, that should be those dealt with. Get some more minerals picked up, keep warping stuff in. I should probably get maybe another 2 gateways down, I'm thinking. And we can also just warp in another pylon up here to make life a little easier, just because. 2 gateways, there you go. Forge is almost done with the armor upgrade. We went with shields first because we're focusing on stalkers, by the way. I know that's a little bit unorthodox, but when all you're trying to use are blink stalkers, and you're trying to use them effectively, it seems to make more sense to go ahead and do the shield upgrade first, in my opinion. Maybe I'm a little bit off there, but it's just what feels right to me. I don't even know if we need to take this stuff out, but I don't want to skip anything. And we do want to find some warp gates to power up for that bonus objective.
Another pack of Zerglings is approaching our nexus from the south.
Oh no. Just trying to be careful with that Ultralisk and all these spine crawlers all at the same time. A little bit worried about the Zerglings. I'm hoping the cannons will hold on just fine without too much trouble. I really should link up all of these. There we go. 5 will do. Alright. See if we can find any more warp gates up in here. There's also minerals back there to take.
You are approaching the Zerg's hive cluster. It will be heavily defended.
We probably don't need to attack that. I mean, it might be like some kind of special hidden achievement. That kind of thing usually is, but I don't see any need for us to worry about it right now. We do not have enough power to deploy a pylon just yet, so we're going to leave behind this super injured stalker. Take all the rest forward with us. Let's see. Make sure we've got those gateways transforming so we can actually use them as warp gates appropriately. Not too far away from being able to add in some pylon power. Hopefully that won't be too much of a problem. Whoa, stalkers, getting yourselves in trouble. Let me guess, on this side we're going to be getting close to the Protoss base or something ridiculous like that. Pylons, or these cannons are weak enough that we didn't absolutely have to go after the pylon instantly. There were only 2 of them. If there were like 3, probably would have been a different story. I'm not so good at the blink micro. Just not paying enough attention right now to really have it down. Thankfully we're just on hard, so it's not the end of the world. We need more pylons, it looks like. That's fine. I don't even care. Just make all the pylons. We have so much cash saved up, it's ridiculous. Alright, gonna get some more power cells online. Should be helpful. Let's go ahead and get that down. Get this stalker to catch up with the group.
I brought another warp gate online. Prepare it for immediate use.
Every hand turns against you. Even the ground beneath your feet carries the seeds of my victory.
Nidus worms. Warriors, strike them down.
Yeah.
Defeated yet.
Alright.
Struggle no more. Be released from your pain.
It's fine, we can deal with that. Not gonna be too much of a problem, hopefully. Hopefully our cannons are holding on acceptably for the time being. Looks like they are. We just gotta have these stalkers move around and actually get things dealt with. Alright. One group's going off through the base, the other group's not. I think we can handle 2 at once, don't you? Shouldn't be too hard. Let's actually focus them down a little bit, please. And of course, make sure these warp gates stay relatively active. We've got them for a reason, we may as well use them. There we go. Midas Worm's dealt with, not a huge problem. Alright. Let's go ahead and deal with the Guardians over here next and such. Hopefully... Whoa, 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 whoa! We don't have any warp gates online, and we are starting to get torn apart by Protoss. I was not ready for this. Hopefully we'll be alright. I was not expecting Protoss to suddenly show up and start causing massive problems. Well, we're back here. We didn't lose too much. We might need a couple more cannons back this way, though. At least we were able to warp in some stalkers to help out. Alright, let's go ahead and get some extra cannons online. Maybe an extra battery, too, actually, since this one's pretty low energy. Alright. All the stalkers get back up there. Over here, we're going to warp in another pylon to help out. You can join the main crowd. Warp in some more stalkers.
All of the abandoned warp gates are now under our control.
Aren't we awesome? All the abandoned warp gates. It's exactly the number we needed. Alright, do we want to attack here first? That place has hybrid Reavers. Those sound dangerous. Let's focus on the Guardians before that. How do we leave a Hydralisk behind? How does that even happen? Ah, this is difficult against the Ultras. Alright, the Ultra's dead. Let's just get this Guardian dealt with. And now we'll be okay, hopefully. Keep warping away from the Ultra. Make sure the Ultra doesn't kill us. Alright, there we go. Getting work done. Now we're going to have to be ready for that other attack again. I don't know why I'm warping in here for that.
We're almost finished, Hierarch.
There we go.
The Spear of Adun is nearly online. Only one cell remains.
Enough. The end to the cycle of infinite madness has come. Cease your struggle against the salvation I bring. All shall be one. All conflict shall end.
Yeah. That didn't go the way I was hoping. Trying to queue up attacks against the Banelings, be all fancy, like I used to be able to do with Marines, and everything just falls apart immediately. Because I've got a move attack command queued up where I didn't need to. Ridiculous. Well, we got the Reaver dealt with. Oh man, yeah, we're gonna have problems. Good thing we were already planning for that, at least. Hopefully we can actually survive our problems. This is turning into a huge problem rather than a minor one, which is kind of what I was hoping for. Thankfully, it looks like we've almost pressed on through here. Not paying attention enough. I really got to be able to focus fire those Banes to keep them from causing too many problems. We ran out of gas. Cannons are getting wrecked. Why don't we just finish this? Hopefully we don't have anything to do afterward. I might have gotten myself in too much trouble pressing too far forward too quickly. That's all of them. Are we okay or are we dead?
Power transfer completed. The Spear of Adun is ready to depart.
Want all Firstborn freed from Amon aboard, Facesmith. We must flee this world if we are to survive.
As you command.
We got it done. It wasn't particularly pretty, but we did get it done. I got a little hairy at the end there, let's be honest. That was a little bit awkward, but I think we took the right approach, right? Just rushing to finish it instead of trying to like race back and defend. it felt more exciting at least. And so I'm going to call that a victory. All right, guys. That's another mission down, and we've managed to recover the Spear of Adun. So I'd say we're making good progress on our campaign to save the world if you discount the fact that apparently all remaining friendly Protoss have lost access to the Kala, and most remaining Protoss are now enemies, swelling our, opponents' ranks rather than helping do important things like reclaim Ire, save the universe, all kinds of minor details like that. If you discount those things, we're doing great. So I'm looking forward to what comes next. For now, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time.